Don't design.
Yamina down, man, we are power, and not yet. If you're sure, pa.
Yamitias.
Sure, dear, come up.
I'm the Nije Dabacrum.
Oh, sir.
Maybe I'm not in an Angroponia, me and Casamania, Mandamanda. I made Bonium Saya there 1 a.m.
Is that to say about me and my energy?
Baumia, my Niger, because all Casavian, and one was a quantum through the President John Dramani Mahama. The second coming of John is undoubtedly correct. Hey, Mina. Mamma, you know, I'm not with some initiative for you now.
Yes, also.
Oh, be out here from Obia Michiano, and it's a beautiful day. And Ghana, for almost 32 years of the Fourth Republic, you near wine, say, why you need that. You inquire, Nipa Sasodada, Nipa. You are who be paying. Commercial, and so take care of you a day. Minia, and Minia Panu, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. On this stage, now, Michelle D. Okasa 5 minutes. This is not a presidential material. This is not a presidential material. NPP for Nankasa, those who have done a bit of clinical psychology, the clinical psychology who are saying, no, this one is not a presidential material. They were all also. They were secret channel. This is just totally the wrong candidate for a democratic party like MPP. I'm going to say, I'm going to contest the 2024 elections with some degree of success. It is a wrong candidate.
But to be honorable, I mean, what's our analysis here? We correct because Oman no mutie na asem auditorium ono. No mo mo nsem shia.
Minia, ona ofri wa kamale tumu agzim abetina hanu se ye obeti ba omia. Ombo nsem. Obeyeden. Come and shine him. But I never shine and crying. In Selibo Kasa or Nankasa or Kasa or Syria or just some loud applause, but on because the thing is not working. Let me tell you something, a few things. But on the vice president,
on the vice president,
he's still the head of the economic management team. Or by the policy direction and vision. Be very honest with me. For the many hours or Kasa what is the policy direction of Vice President Mahmoud Baumia, presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party? What is his policy direction? What is the vision of Baumia? This was a totally visionless statement. He tried to recount all the things that President Nana Akufo-Addo has done.
Yeah.
And the role that he has played. As president, and he started going against the president himself. To show that, when I come, I'll be my own man. Let me tell you something. The only thing that can let Baumia survive and get some 42% of the vote in 2024, maybe around August, President Becker said, my blend may resign. Baumia take it over, or cancel e-levy. Baumia take it over, or cancel emission tax. Baumia take over, or actually say, me back 2025, near me, that is the only thing that they can do for Baumia to get some 42% of total vote in 2024. And yes, the deception is great, it's very clear, and Obian himself, Baumia on your driver mate, the person correct is
on your driver mate.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is not a driver mate, he's not a mate to Nana Akufo-Addo. No.
Now,
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is a spare driver, or a spare driver, President Nana Akufo-Addo. The only man STC. STC allowed from Accra to Bokono. STC Accra to Bolgano. STC Accra to Wano. There were two drivers at home. I got in chair and a master in H.
Yes.
Ochia or Bra. Now, third driver not take over. And don't you know President Nanado or two Accra or say, I am going to travel, I have traveled, and in my absence, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the vice president, will be acting president. He has acted as president of this country for so many times because in that acting position, in that acting position, who be President Babatunu for master, they acted 2 days. Idea Mahunu, your way, Rebway. One man first half to no mano. Mobile econo, I say, oh, their own whatever you be. Birds of the same feathers flock together. There's no president who is forced to choose a vice. One person here will be obia only bit my dream abom. Who you obia only na dream a pet. Who you obia bit my buao. And it's not President Nana in 2008. Okoye Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Party Nanka says we on your party back. Yeah, no. I say I cannot be fucking with economy. But I'm telling you, the transformation of the Ghanaian traditional economy is coming to happen live. We are coming to transform the gadget economy. So Dr. Baumia will be our economy. Dr. Baumia and a dada President Nadu and over can say yet to discussing a comedy. I say there is money in Bank of Ghana. What are you talking about? There is money in Bank of Ghana. And when you talk about road construction, you don't need to go and borrow. Just hold the road and you build the road. I mean, what is your problem? President Nadu or Gini Diam or Ginas can't send me. And look, 2024 election is going to be based on credibility, not talk. The credibility between the two main candidates, President John Dramani Mahama, the development king, and the man who come and leverage on what President Mahama has done in the area of digitalization. Fiber optic backbone. Fiber optic backbone that President Mahama did have from up to over 800 kilometers. And then say internet, that is a visionary leader. You have built the foundation amount. You are even standing on that foundation. You can't even fly. What happened yesterday night was a disservice to the party MPP, a total disservice to the Ghanaian people. How can we waste our time, waste our data? In fact, because I don't want to miss the football match. Yeah. But I wanted to see if Dr. Baumia will make a mission statement that is inspiring enough. At the end of the day, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, so what is the essence of this propagandist approach to politics?
But honorable, to be fair, I mean, so what's your Baumia no can be say, me try a year national service mu. Na my incentivize a year I'm crank you must say ya one casabet mako university campuses no makope and mebunamo a juma. Na first what can be say, oh me ministers and matters so dia 50. Was also can be some ba a 12 beno. Me tremu and femura miamia bia a soon for soba make fua. Na me the many actually digitalization instead of ya yet 2 year mine power. When you're fishing,
the would say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, time already attacking the 24-hour economy policy, the game changer, a revolutionary economic idea. Time already attacking our policy now. You get to understand, say, the choice will never ever be Dr. Mahmoud Baumia because he doesn't understand what it takes to create a job. He doesn't understand totally what it takes to create a job. You want to create jobs. National service to the nation. Also, no. Yeah, national service. No problem. Straight away. They are still serving the nation. National service brings some level of humility. Do you know the purpose of national service? School. You go and meet some other people. Maybe for your whole life, you will never go to Tumu. For your whole life, you will never go to Axim. For your whole life, you never go to Elubo. National service, the understanding of the Ghanaian society that you get before is very important. It's not just about the money. It's the spirit of the nation being built into you to be very patriotic. That is the purpose of national service. That service is supposed to make you more Ghanaian than ever before. Also, and the policy. School national service President John Dramani Mahama took a bold decision and said, look, we are going to ensure that Nyankopon will be at 24 hours. Nipa be a was as we so also run apart to the next day 24 hours. The 24 hours is constant for Americans, the 24 hours is constant for the British, the 24 hours is constant for Indians, and the 24 hours is constant for Ghanaians. Nyankopon is very, very fair with 24 hours for everybody. Obi using the idea 24 hours or the transforming society. 8 hours no akwada.
Yeah.
And President John Dramani Mahama says, let's take advantage of what God has given us. 24 hours. We are going to roll our sleeves up and work 24 hours in a 3-shift system. And that is how we develop an economy.
But my point is, I mean, example of mine and say edra na dwokra na wo kan ya dum eni wo kwan sa afi na ba twan ama ade akyea mo akọ ECG no akoto kanea wo da wo mpam anadwum no wetimi ato kanea and we have 24 hours.
I am very happy to say while you see the President John Dramani started in his vision of digitizing this country using technology. President Mahama said technology is an accelerator to development. Oh, Jina so ko ni tentem. And all the buy and all beto aso. Nya mention no, but my men cast them in show. You see, I did I hear in pieces. Now we say at least there is a bit of sense in it. Kabom now the state power back in what President Mahama is talking about with the 24-hour economy, say we are going to deliberately use state power to back the economy in the 24-hour run. We are going to use state power to back the development of an 8-shift system. Yeah. We are going to use state power to back the private sector to anchor themselves and their productivity on a 24-hour system. We are going to use state power to ensure that taxes, okay? We are going to have a tax regime that will favor many of the people who register. We are going to use state power to deliberately ensure that security is provided for the system for people to operate 24/7. At a filling station, the Bilibina no more 24/7. Who is a mother 24/7? But I know Biapon. The state must be deliberate in ensuring that they function and function well. That is why we're talking about the 24-hour economy policy. If you don't understand, don't come and embarrass yourself. Even Mikai say, Honorable Alan Kojo Selanting, or see Obi of a 24-hour economy policy, the person doesn't understand how the world is going.
Yeah, okay.
And we actually go. We are no more talking about, look, rhetorics. Right? The theory is over. The concept and principles are over. We are talking about practicality. Yeah. We are talking about a pragmatic president who understands theory and put it in practice.
Yeah.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia from 2016 and when you put it in practice, I am going to ensure that the city will be stronger. $1 to 4 cities, and $1 to 12 cities, 60 pesos. Yeah. That is how you are living, and that is your innovation. What are you talking about? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, so Utienu, Masa, driver and your papa, spare driver now, you know. This is not an alternative. Yeah. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is totally not an alternative. It is a very sad story that MPP allowed him as an establishment candidate. There is no way Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will win it. But because he was an establishment candidate, and let me tell you the secret. Only Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the vice president, over here presidential candidate.
That's right.
MPP for now say, I did back how party development say, oh, MPP are camp party. I account for party. If we slim and I say, if we voted no account, I account for party. They want to take away that tax. And I'm sure the only time they can do that is now a party near very unpopular. I will be an MPP in the next election in 2024. Yanta will be funny.
That is almost sacrifice. What about me? I sacrifice.
They are sacrificing Bawumia to cleanse the image of the party and say that, oh, even the Dombo side also was represented some time ago. And the Dombo side was one time a presidential candidate. And his performance was so abysmal. All they're trying, 2027, Nana Akufo-Addo or the Sotiasi, President Akufo-Addo Sotiasi, Bawumia the Sotiasi, Momonko presidential primaries again, and you will see the vote that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will get. It will tell you that what I'm telling you, it is not prophetic. This is analysis. Okay. I am telling you the facts. They are sacrificing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia just to clean the party. They can never win 2024 with Bawumia. Never.
Matthew, I say, but on the altar of analysis, former President John Ajekum Kufuor, one of the was our point here will make it. It was Candinia, Ghana here, was Sabre Imua, Yenam, Abe for Noma, Edis Sasa, and Mama Hodwo, Echebre. Now, was it some no can run, was it a Nibri Sempa? And what can we know? And not in Saturday about me. So, because I would see no. Not yet, you have a new Komokaka. Would it away? Would you tear for the
requisite for the job search of the way forward? Ghana has come to a crossroads, and I'm serious here. It's not the normal, regular politics we want. We want a leadership with a vision, even in the complex world I've talked about. The leader that would be able to marshal the new technologies, to pick the requisite manpower And here, allow me, I'm a party man soundly, but I tell you, we should be talking about the nation and not so much about that. We must get people of competence to work with him to find our way out of the confusion our society and economy have been plunged into. I wouldn't blame any side. Look at the track records of all the parties. I tell you, you can't find one that can say that in their time they were excellent or superb. No. We are in a new situation, and I believe the saying that cometh the man is now. Has come for this man and I like the theme that is posted against the wall. Look at behind the lectern there. Bold solutions for the future. Without the preparations I've talked about, understanding the new technologies, knowing
I didn't even digitalize Emma feeding but John Ajakunko for Kanema Penny one nana Ekasa was in a Nibri Seminole. Baby on mine and their mamma would do many at channel. A year leader what a year digitalization that's a technology I say a year leader work the Adreno a leader what the complexities of the world and I say and one who say about me.
Kwame Minkah Brofokakra. I'm sure that you know my background, you know where I'm coming from.
That's right.
Kwame Minkah has been so. Technology as a development accelerator is a policy of fact for countries that want to make progress in the 21st century. And that is how come President John Dramani Mahama, Accra Digital Center was not put in place by the MPP government. President John Dramani Mahama looked at it and said, look, for us to anchor our development on a solid policy, we need to look at what? Technology. And this 800-kilometer fiber optic backbone at the Beto Ghana. That is the beginning. You need an infrastructure, technology infrastructure, to be able to fly. President John Ajakunkufor, Yamenshia no Babia will be an opay. Assembly of Kaya Yemede. Nana Akufo-Addo, the president. Vice President, almost say, whether it's road construction, what about a being seat that Wagana in throughout the whole from 1965, isn't it? President John Ajakunkufor and not in your kind. I say no crowd on the fair. There is no political party. How because I would buy no. Why you buy your name in and I just say, why by your BSC that is that is the first thing I would disagree with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
That's right.
He disagreed with totally Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia with the poster say, we are the best. President John Ajakunkufor says, don't say that. What be yebi? And this is if you want to do comparison, none of you has even done better. That is his position. But I can tell you as a matter of fact, even the area of technology, President John Dramani Mahama has no equal in this country. He understands the vision. He understands how to inspire people to carry it along. And he knows that he himself, on Ankara, he can anchor that vision and transform this country. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, the driver. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the spare driver. They are birds of the same feather. Whatever they have done in 7 years, almost 8 years now, there is nothing different that President will become an art. There is nothing different that Dr. Mahmoud
Very well. Very well.
Of this country.
Matthias here.
So what I'm telling you in simple terms.
Yes.
Ghana that's how Ghana. Now we this Ghana Tumpa Huberto. Ghana from where we are moving on Messan Bafia. Minia, our nature, the development king. The man who understands how to create jobs. The 24-hour economy policy director. President John Dramani Mahama. And the Bebo. The yes, I have economy. On see, one thing about leadership. When you are speaking to people, many of the people are not listening to what you are saying. They are listening to what you are not saying. Take this note. If you are speaking to people as a leader, many people are there. They are not listening to what you are saying. They are listening to what you are not saying. What Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was not saying yesterday was that I am not having any credibility to be president What he was not saying, and we are hearing him loud, is that I am so incompetent that I couldn't even help the president to deliver. What he was saying, and we were not hearing, and we want to note, is that he himself believes that Ghanaians have gotten to know that he's not a liar. And Google has confirmed that. Democracy in Korean. And it is in democracy you get to know good leaders, bad leaders, and worse leaders.
Very well. You see, my papa, or born homebody, and about me, I'm common now on here, you know, and this I do no soon, a board, no, any barber pays and pays. I'm going to be a best here.
Say minim de yemi. Nante kakra na mabre. Wo ha na meni subrim. Na ni nyina itetriti.
De bia wo yale.
Me so wan do mro so.
Enye duro bia na eduro.
Eja, etro ben.
Bedema garlic mixture. Eno na bejo. Twem na tie.
Bedema garlic mixture. We the train, we need the tire.
Ni mema samun sun so ni o.
We hia bedema Big Mac capsule. Won ha laje no.
But them are big man capsule. I'm a Birchman.
Now, why can't I say one that I don't pay?
Ah, madam, a day. Me yem etim. No cocoa so hammy.
I brought Bedema cook capsules.
Bedema.
Could baby to
the patron pet Bedema cook capsules back.
Aha, Bedema garlic mixture. Any cold capsules, na menfanka. Omo big man capsule. Bedema garlic mixture. And mama dear, woman.
Bedema cold capsules.
Big man capsules no embom.
Bedema.
We the train, we need the tire.
Amangwa say from mama just to me yet is it. Nkrabo for friend to Zafi. Na jawo adwumanti ana mani su chini me. Na ma ye bete na bi kire me medema me sa na me koto no ye. Me no ye no so eye pa. Ma mi ntiri mu nyina sensane. Me sole kura me ntese me ye adwuma no me sole a ejira ho adwuma de. Wa wo ye agya ho adwuma bia me hya wo se wo beto medema kare kidi na wanom na wo ho ato.
Supreme Herbal ano. I will brekum bro region. Me nante kakra na mabre. Me kwa ma kwa eba padi. After me no gbeda ma na hu se ya duru pa ya duru kama. A me introduce me obi a se obi a betima anom bi. Na me de bi ko ma me wife nso na menstrual pains. Na onom ye no. Ho kra ekọ. Ndi efiri ekọ no so obi a eba na se wo so nante na wabre. Na akoma bone padi menstrual pains ya. Duru a me introduce ma na gbeda ma garlic bitters. Ya duru papa ese obi a enum bi. Enti me kanfo ama obi a se obi a enum gbedema bitters. Na ya duru a ebesa ya de nyina. Abegbaze ama obi a wote menka. Ba bi a wo bi a no se unum bi a ya duru a ya du papa.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
All right, I feel Oman Atenase with Dwaboase upon 97.9. Lawyer Chumberima.
The guy for no. No one online.
Who go who way?
I don't know about food.
Now, who will be?
Oh, my. It's a yeah, Makola. Unkai be a hobby.
Makola, the
Ohio in America.
Yen in Iokobi.
And Sakari for Nigeria.
How?
Almost what you may say, what on your ma? Animal or sending online, bro.
Uko who no dabe.
One to talk and run.
But it's walker. But so walk can a send you city no.
And see, what you said, jump for any beat you into a better bro.
Okay.
Someone who's working for messages.
Yes.
The morning.
Okay.
We say, would you help some woman at Tadia? So be a Tadia or the fact, you're swallowing online, bro. You're friend, you'll be in swallow prime movie.
You're the phones.
You're the phones. Internet. Board in the money.
Board vision in here. And run us a pin will say, I mean, when they can afford Dino Cray. And I feel so what tear that say when you as head of economic management team, no. And no money be an aki Jesus said, Kubeti and went to me. I
mean, kind more than the man Mahama. I mean, can you say, dear be all you be on question on. About me and that, what the radio who know you know. Would TJM 24/7 or book be the Adam Empire. As media at the book news media. Or Maswa, Hama Kasa and watch not. Hama so be a Miss Mayano. Neman of kind Mahama Nimana
said the Emboboso.
That's also betray 11. Yeah, one of the castle 11 Morgana.
President Mahama.
One of the castle was Scrabble emission level.
President Mahama.
One of the castle which has Gratium.
President Mahama.
Why did you say, your friends?
Ministers, no better.
More information. I don't know the endorse. I'm on 1 second. The person, my group in such a way. All right, so yes. Yes, yeah. Why did you cast over the minister assisting?
President Mahama.
Because what book with an empire.
No, they are about 50.
Oh, Missy book with an empire. As I say, media you. I want the credit union for you, the church in Chicago. And no be better. 64 years. An empire. Mahama boss were no action. Mahama boss were no action. Mahama boss were no action. Ah, no, yeah. I have one information about
no, that was
on the Baba. On the way, said, will be answered. What about Upa for my man in the cameraman, one for cameras. Who will be as also as one of I carry for in Yaga admire.
Say online.
Bibia, what they are Upa crack or Tomacolani now on was on online.
It will confirm what about me. I cannot. That's sanity. No,
me boy. I was a groom. About me, what to groom.
No, infant.
About me, what to groom. Let your cameraman go to Makwala's here. More Fatima station. NT Simon for ECG for Noncofa Ghana Law School. And trail down to Rollins Park, one in Romu, Cantaman to Woman, the number of cars are out of home. This guy lives on a different planet. One to Ghana. He lives on a different planet. That would mean I could do a cancer. Anyway, this is a man when we are some by maintain that. One another, you understand? And I better oh, the sending some no, but I don't know about the okay. You must send me a translate live so I started so cassa. It may translation from Genesis to Revelation, many big that. Umbedia could you finish or no, not doing. I mean, Tiomoda.
That's when Tina better than why fair.
Now, then, you can't.
Where, dear, Yabu Bobo,
and only here said a podium and the Eberson. I want to the Eberson upon our bone. Upon the business, many carriers do not use headphones now because of digitization. Abraka, one year, one Dabempo, who was a Kwame, come by Williams to Kuba. Yeah, but Saturday. Now, you're finding one after the other. You can't corruption. Also, on one day, No bunch of corruption.
But do you mapa?
Okay, I made the bag and different PDS. Then no come by.
Then I come by saying, I'm canning on some.
Yeah, told you, your mom. Some woman named
Ankran Jumakua. Okay, will be so my.
Buying ba soon, but you're quiet. Say, a woman, no more tongue side Macuno, a easy in my PDS. Nipa not that 3 Muhammadu Baumi. Not as I said, that one say. Company number, you know, or buy also nya bank guarantee. What shall I say? Or was a capudu a bit an account to make yourself now who didn't say. Would the man sending extra radio the man who bet me around your man efficiently? Let us an initiative ban. But and Grafoni Badri and PDS for a young people for none from PDS. One buy and no woman need bank guarantee. Or away I was so a selfless leader. We are a premier team. Was say, what minya dadinha brenya kukudro trans Ghana dopade ECG wono eba to so okrom kan yen from asa nkrofo na womuni ensi achi ba ni yen change enema na say isa so baka say omwo sika pudo da hore bank sika da ho no womuni sika nya hwe yenya ni insurance ma wo enompo no enya wo say the issue was a condition precedent which means that it was a winner says sika no ansan na ye de adwuma na ma wo
yeah
it is a winner says sika no da ho a winner say bank guarantee ni wa yentimi fa ECG ma wo enshana anada ho ba wo miatimi tena asenya akukuduro ebon ni gu sa enhyade no so botra se yemfa adwuma ne ma PDS fo ne nko empo se wo mu nisika da no mu nko pa insurance nyemra amen insurance no so a bashi eni so ntimi ama
yeah
ani si we yensom yenko yemra de na asia yesi oh amewu emra mekasa wasi PDS for no the fraudulent documents one the fraudulent documents na baji ECG call ye na tese mampania be de treatment transfer share fraudulent documents ni mu
ama
every time o man dopade ECG di ma PDS for
woman defraud
ama wo to defraud Ghana
wow
ono so nya corrupt me metwi bare ma mete yi na me corrupt
that's an pro no
gare no wasi nta chi video ba bonten wa je akunya se na meti ha bia ana o kire tumi ono wo e wo man yi mu nipa obetumi abo no wo mo tumi mo tumi wo yo betima yo ono betima so wo pensa do akota adadan kwani mo no ne wo ne adadan kwapa ne mote wo na mo bonkom no other person it's great even AD is great we no share say mama $5 million am fe kuma mampani o pray na konya no aboka pa otunta buso japade ne de ade bebre nam so aboka pa nto hiska no man be $5 million ne mo $5 million me no ko ne nchen ya tudin bozika ne din wona nim no hunu say wo hye bo man $5 million say be ya me de kuma no on kase bia ma ne 10 ana me mate so ni sa dance enti okumu so nkronsu a e wo nsem a no ai say
manim kra yinya
no wa hia hwe
hey
amen nti ampa owie na wako no se omampani abedi etre so hia sika
yeah
enti ono so ma me $3 million na me fen koma no na modwuma no mo ya mo bebi adwuma no Ghana mema na ma mo fa ne kontafo ne nuanam ne dade e wodwuma nimu family and friends na tia bo ma matimi sustain modwuma no e wo man mu ha ono so wanya corrupt anso wow o man panim asoafo baako ona hwe man sikasam so professor bakasa we minister of state at the finance ministry
yeah
when Charles Adubuahi ne papa ne Adubuahi a wo bedi MPP anim 1992 for MPP election for the presidential election ne papa na so Charles Adubuahi e papa ne say any owura Adubuahi
that's right
on so be the minister of state no opportunity na bi What the $40,000 will video no more shopping.
No, so announce one video.
Announce video, yes, I'm going to make it.
And it galamsey fraud.
Yeah, me kai. No cotton chain. What give $4,000 cost shopping? No, oh, if it be appearance fee. Mampany be the trebe here says he can accept me the command. No, so no, or by a campaign into be his. Mampany say, see a body shamra and yet. And your body to Murano to Gunsu and Nusunya.
We'll see your body.
Your body in the shamra. So Kwame Minkah defend and they could say, see. And yet, and your body because of Kwame Minkah defend and they could say, way I small be entering your 12 and Nusunya.
The Babon take grab a cassette and yam crack, obienti. Because Bamia Babon take a cassette.
Oh, Busan Sasaka video dance this kind of Uncle Pona. From phone watching one or some men, me are dead though, me. The first time I knew. You are here though. So, some men to police in India. Yan chief from 4 man castle made a be ready though. But said you watch the quite didn't call so no me. Mean fight. Me are dead though. The first time I knew, me for be beyond that. As Penny said, and I found a predator. And I found out the predator and say, yeah, do what Jessica better we. And now they just we a corrupt figure. What double they print and power, but that's so in corruption. So Baumia is corrupt. Baumia is corrupt. And he will lead a government of corrupt people. The evidence is from PDS, as I've given you, and other ones that I've cited.
Where are the amount for a car fan? How are you posting here? How's that? Why you post a Juma pay? How is that an
PDS in the new Kafan? No, he was part of it.
Make number 12.
So what I'm saying from
yeah.
So the week of on Bono, let's take it or leave it. And put quiet boy.
Yeah.
Now they know what to way. So what in Ghana was now go back to his team. Team not there then. I will link the team to the American.
Okay. Bold vision, Nana.
Kind the team in your mommy.
Right. What do you casamite you?
You because me my definition be now the idea. Imame, Modia, Wadar Mamesropa.
But what do you to our
manning but Kwame. A man but Bia, some of them no became
age 70
no. I just say,
here for pa,
77.
Nay, here President for pa.
Piao.
To the sense that, or my cameras no crack what Eddie and each so.
Okay.
Was say, 2007 year, Ghana's next chapter.
Okay.
Selfless leadership.
Ghana's next chapter.
That's right.
Not just a wooful baby and a woko baby. Then anytime you use the word next, means something has already taken place first. And I for ABD. Then Eddie can't take place. Kwame. Now we back on this one. Eddie can't take place in Nessa. In Yamampania Bedia Chida. The Ghana force. Good. I say the NDC has resorted to increasing taxes and the economic difficulties they created. An NPP government would do differently. NPP government number. They are doing differently. Now there is COVID tax. There is emission levy. There is e-levy. There is MPP government will do differently. I don't know more yet.
All
right. Now, what's it? At the end of the day, the pocket is the economy. No amount of economic gymnastics or rhetoric can ever change that. I'm not here. But I don't know. I'm going to be and so means on 50 Ghana.
What's that? Oh, 50.
50.
Oh, 50. That's it.
The pocket is the economy.
The pocket is the
economy.
Bottom.
It is a way we tell me no. So what bottom is not a ma. But me I said, yeah, can GDP exchange rate. When it's nothing to you. ne mo economy ni nyina na say botom
ne kra no botom
eno an and now what ye konya so as vice president botom ti say
we mate
ba ho on say mate for ne bi akronfo pa
ne de nso betufo
uni say mate for bi akronfo pa yetimi jika o na bi ka free ne say mate nti ya jika o na bi ka free ne say no anti ewu ne mate bone wa bono krono saa trip bia obewia no eti onye ye wo yesesa enso ne masa so na moduma ne ajeka na free ne nsam na say mate na afa kire na aka kire ka wo na no me what me driver fra obɔ ne mo de pa pesa me de ne ba no ba jeka na ka na me ne adwuma yesu ba ne bi na ba o me kuta no say mate su ba ne bi na ba o me kuta no insi a kire for mate no na da so no
asama okan no
na da so no
the kasa bebrebe ni nyina the kra ni
boto mo hwe TV as was mu nyina mo hwe so na mo nkan fa
wow
dansi na se ne trefo wa bochire na da so no wan nya twi na da so photo enya me nsa glasses on da so si we
baumia
on ne ame
Ghana's next chapter
it mate ne no mate na wotimi bodro wa fam wiaw saa ne age ka afiri nsam wa fa kira kata ka wona say ka no me master ba ko ne no nya kra say me driver bi we very good pa kwa ye fere kwa menka it me de ono baba na ono abagi ka na kan na ya adwuma yi sam mate fo suban bo ne bi sa de bi na ba umi ekutai eti ne no ka kira so wonno anima na asai ne de won ka ho teniyo de asai ne won ka ho mate kronfo no be fa kira kwadi ubone wo ka wo na so wo driver na no wo ye adwuma no wa bo kro no ama ne nti wantimi anya adwuma adwanya se fa ma ka wo na man ntim ka wo na agene ka afiri nsam no say mate no sen si wachi ekoka ame yade ka ne ma ono mate kro na different driver no ono bi ni ba
mo se adwuma no mo chichem monetary policy Bank of Ghana governor fiscal Kenoforiata and ono taking care of digitalization mo chiche adwuma ni
ono taking care of digitalization
sa no kan
yan hwade bi why na da economic management team
the vice president
uni mo moduma ka se fa
atre me
economic management team one of their number one role or one key role I want to play and they say they formulate policies and implement policies they formulate and on say na policy ni bi ni ho yo mo ye share the policy ni ba no mo say policy na mo de ba no so be den be adwuma so policy ba ko no say ye the e-levy ba ye maso ni ye discuss at the management team level na ye the cabinet na cabinet ebobo na cabinet agia to ni the finance minister go and implement so every minister is a policy implementer when your policy initiator the policy comes from the government which is the woman in and the government decision level is the cabinet. Government decision level is cabinet. But under cabinet, they are those responsible for the economy, which is the economic management team. It's no energy minister napo wakaho, agric minister wakaho, team no basa kan.
Yeah.
Agric minister ekaho, finance minister ekaho, central bank governor ekaho, and then other financial advisors. Then the vice president chairs it. And nunti na wonya kukudro 170 questions ma kwese misata. Ini. Nti na wonya kukudro 170 questions ma kwese misata. One kind non respond to them. Right? So and then so catch was say, oh, on the man before from na ya mano economy. He's a liar. Who told you that? Why the Ghana for say he has arrested the dollar?
Oh no.
Is the dollar part of the event? Dollar no. Is it part of digitalization? So one account. I'm maybe a bro from India. Dollar economy. It was Kasim Meboa. A digital. Who about the son idea was saying now you're now when I become watching this. Baumia is a liar. Baumia and cano crow. Amen. he doesn't speak the truth. Or Kasam Shrawa, Shenimianu. And Penisani Contoponi, two and a more on the Yadia Manini kind of nature. If it's a walk on a machia, I'll be every time I go. Or better than I catch us a one who blue and white. But then I'm so the chinty. Okwabaku who said, and yet blue and white. Mamma Tim number 2, no, was it? I said,
first one here, the next chapter. By the next one, which is selfless leadership.
Okay.
Selfless leadership and a bold solution.
Thank you very much. Who is a selfless leader? Selfless leader, per the definition that I'm having here, is, or selfless leadership is the kind of leadership style that prioritizes. He prioritizes the success and well-being of others first over his personal gains. You can sense it to you. A selfless leader prioritizes the success and well-being of others over his personal gain. Come to PDS. Obia odwina afoforo ho nkan. Adwini afoforo ye die ene wo mkan ko ho nkan no. No se ko tra ase na nkrofo ne ba na wo mu ni the requirement no. Because the me Ghana ntina metia.
That's right.
Me dwene Ghana ho. Ghana nkan ko ntia. It is a mu ni the Ghana ahwehwa me nkase enfama mo. Eti mo nko. Na ke yasan bia ma pe company foforo mo wasa ahoden no come in. But ena se wo dwene the selfish interest ho nti. What Minya could say, even though they are having fraudulent documents, according to one energy minister, give it to them to go. So he can never be a selfless leader. Amen. He can never and will never be a selfless leader. Read my lips. His character, his demeanor, his behavior doesn't correspond with someone who is a selfless leader. Because a selfless leader, no one will be from one candidate. But we also a selfless leader. Yeah, because I not say ambassador. When you on no can.
Then you on no appointing now.
Na yeah body
2 minutes and one.
Yeah, ma kwan say ko fa bibra. See, let me tell you something that you don't know. No president sits and just take decision. My. Enya no kro. Amen. Anya bia you be no. You have been in government and been around these top people before. We know how they operate. We know how they operate. No matter what, they will seek your views on certain things. There are people who are holding positions in this country, but we have make them got those positions. You can't deny it.
Yes, it's on the lobby here now. And now, Patrick.
And you're lobbying, what do you think? But it's okay. What do you think about the vice president?
You're not a man. A man selfless.
I've given you the and quite my issue PDS.
So you're going to qualify.
No, the PDS DNA I example number. Selfless leader or the can join Ghana home first. Some the or be president. So no but people are one can near Ghana no obedience. Not any other person. But the person you know about I say he thinks of other people's interest first. So the other people will be Ghana's interest in his case. And the match will say this very person sat down. Let that Ghana adwuma a obato so yan tamma nipaku a wo san fata no mu ni adwum. This person cannot be a selfless leader. Now to the next point. What's your then bold
solutions.
But bold no dey buy na bi ni sanya.
And bold solutions.
Bold no dey buy.
Was it to bebrebe no obekan fua o manam be prekese te said ye ehuni. National service, ye bio. Okay,
you find one after the other.
And those who,
oh, I know.
Yeah,
yeah, for me, yeah, for 4 or 5 people. At 2 the end, they say, wow, I wouldn't him be. I say, the main function of the economic management team, and said they formulate policy and implement. Let me quote John Boadu. John Boadu say, the vice president is in full support of a year e-levy.
Yeah.
Kwame. Vice President
e-levy by.
E-levy by.
Yeah.
The Vice President is part of the or agreed to the e-levy.
What decision? Oh. Wow.
Nadia now can one Adentina would done everything. What's in Babida? One in Babida. Say you're about me. I can't say or no. I'm missing levy one pet. Your friend is saying, COVID dying in Amkania Sikaso. COVID levy one pet.
Yanti.
Ye levy, Mempasa.
Yeah, no, Peace FM, you know, and
it was before that.
Yeah, before
the policy.
So before, no, none no.
So what happened when? So what happened when the policy came? What happened when the policy was coming? Did you maintain your stand? What can I do as a woman? But here, Kwame. Practically, me nivuvo. It is new about some of the media. One what's not if you enjoy a Grammy nivuvo. So that is my stand. Although you now I understand this one pen. Was he able to maintain his stand when the thing came up? The answer is no. You agreed, and your ministers and your general secretary then confirmed that you are in support of it. So why?
In fact, your Casa Mano, your friend of Gideon Boako.
Correct.
Eka said government appointees bound by decisions to impose e-levy.
Okay.
Baumia supports its passage.
Thank you.
That's it. In 2022.
That's it.
April.
That's it.
April 9.
Eti when you know the air question ne bia no won sasim. Oka ho bi. Ana ekoso. Se ahwo kira ba mamu a oka ho na ho kira ba. Oka ibra na yeboko IMF 2015-2016. Was say the only time I buy me beko IMF. Yes, what bobesia dodo. Ye. Anna what spend this council dodo. Kwame, they can never feed this.
Where about me?
About me and my son.
Brana Ghana IMF
2015-2016. Was say the only time you go to IMF is when you borrow too much. He said it on Joy FM. Was you borrow too much. You spend too much relative to revenue. That was his word. You spend too much relative to revenue. So now, and then we are before the IMF today. Two reasons. Overspending and overborrowing.
No, G2. No cross over business.
So, one hour see no. I don't know what me at Tenasman, that's how the nurse says, Amayako. And wait this around dear when they say, IMF was saying, even though say Yamausika, and they are so when they are so but you are still a debt distressed country, which means, who said Obibacas or Bob Bessia? Was a boy on to Mintia. To be a Ghana woman and Yanko be in the history. Yanko to be a Muser, Uma Ghana Sika Yantimintia. Ye be see that. At some point, time was it Yentia. Yentia, every man said, me will be Mintia.
Yeah, we dear.
When dear Yenibio. And it's I say, we are sick, Bessia crowns, or people over Bessia. You the cap to so. Say, would be more Ghana for Bessia and Trasescawi. One man no abro swan head doing. International bond market, ye trade him of you was a million Kobe. What to? Me see, he's an incompetent character and a liar in nature.
To a banner castle or say, obedi to one who you ma. Me engineer.
He's a liar in nature and an incompetent character.
And your bold vision.
Bold innocent.
Bold
innocent Kayade, but now to me solid as a member. If you continue at one, what's maybe the vice as well resigning? What to be that?
There be
correct.
Okay, apart from that, you know, what's the waba? Yeah, a choir, ye. What about Shan Cransa? And by ya by the swap.
Yaminchade, or can say, or my muha. Ye, say, Bobo Bessia, Dabaya Quine. Was see idea about open here. But to see the Mamoto way so. First see and some council.
Yeah.
First circle to can see one. First baby was just tow our roads. You will get enough money to do all the roads. And who puts into the accommodation is. That was all he said. And I told away.
Very good. This is what.
And he able to go to my motor with them, some of them, they have collapsed them.
I can't carry a Josobia.
Yes. No say people with you at your man, no air catchers or policy. Me see, that would you bow me a dear? You are just an equivalent of somebody who agreed to sign his own death warrant on a document that he was not reading.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you trust him, it is like you agreeing to sign your own death warrant, but you didn't know you were signing your death warrant.
Did you get your engine?
Why?
Say crowd national service and nanching. It say businesses obey incentivize mo. Said the bay call universities and tertiary institutions. I got swam for they no many you my yet.
Napco eh?
Said you mama
Napco eh? Napco eh?
Napco.
One at the buy.
No,
but Baumian lead Napco. He's the brain behind Napco. Away. I can't remember what you. Mr. That guy is visionless.
Napco no nibre na twemana.
A job process I say who running no continuously. I'm no 2 years or no be about 2 years no cause I'm
a man experience.
I'm a man experience.
Yes.
Experience in the memo be a much. Experience in the through national service. It will be an a contract, so 1 3 or 6 months. Brother Energy Ministry. There were several ladies and guys about one year of service. I helped some of them to even get contract to remain in the ministry for about 6 months more. To gain more experience. It was also trouble. The years could not make right after graduation. What is next? Maintenance fee, what say? But when me ask my company be incentive. And no poye go to bona wucha. You are my company incentive na John Dramani Mahama. Adansi say when he was a president, what time over $20 million demand and next commission co some money for trem nyuma na mutum fa Ghana for do e me nyuma ni bi na mun produce more enro e ma Ghana for dimento mfo bizu kwa manone ono no se otu aye incentive amount na the company ba ko ba umia discuss question
one district one factory enya ba no
ono ani kurom ni constituency na akomia kwatena metro TV so ko kan say o mo si factory wo ma factory na freni pa wan obi ko video betre na skeleton nesi wo o to bofo we
wale de no
Atrophosifo. They are a bunch of liars. I don't know say they just do renaming and the rebranding. Asa, amen. Enti wojini dia enye ye
abefo ade yo no so e. Abefo o de ba besesa o my Ghana shebre na digitalization.
Oh, what did that? What Obosa also na here then airport sorry passport
yeah
online where you that guy is what do you know Kwame Minkah?
He's a vice president
but he's a guy I mean using a guy for him is not wrong. It's an American word. It's okay to use that.
Yeah, guy now.
It's okay to use that. I mean it's not an insult. It's nothing and nothing to do. So forget it. What does here? 2016 Madam Hannah Tete, the then Foreign Affairs Minister, and a launch commission Ghana passport online the first time. Hannah Tete na yes idea. Now we at that time. I was on aye. I bind the that time Muhammad Bandia on the different e-service. That is electronic services. Eti ya de AMA eto so now with my marriage registrations online. Ya the DVLA eto so with me your license online. Ya the passport service eto so with me an online. Ghana tourism for the ya the one to so with me an online. All this is were there before you came. You were there before you came. Who said that? Because I want to end. Say na even saying who ban na dey am say yeah e-service. And I was watching from e-service today. Digitalization. Asa. And then who can be a minister? What's it? And now some corruption a free war. Oh, you can't crack na ya dem ba wo mia.
Ya no kre.
More video na ayi ma me no say. The na you also obey lawyer no. What's the name?
Yeah.
Say I go botwe.
Okay.
Ejina passport officer wo su no. Na wo su no. I didn't know so.
And I just say
I didn't know so. Tell me.
Middlemen in
corruption and na cost wo nto so ba transfer no ni be go nyina la. Wọ́n sọ corruption everywhere. Wọ́n sọ video man na Ghana for hwe. The lies are too much. The lies are too much. Your minister for foreign affairs was there crying. na me do wie no me no so bia to time na so yemfa employment enwie also create how many jobs adaro ma kwa me boa me na ja ye monitor
the figure enemy
also created 2.1 million jobs in both the public sector and private sector. Why na kasama ba umia
Gideon Boako
so who say ba umia de ni nkoyi nto also no also corporate MP.
Wow. Also no small person so Ghana and then the man wanted Boako
me meti ai na me kasama Ghana vice president me je no say me kopa MP adi. God forbid. God forbid.
And a demotion.
Any demotion, but why will I leave my boss that my boss who is fighting for a bigger cause? Na me jana.
Say the same cause. Ghana for now.
No, but if your boss needs help now, he needs more hands now. More hands than before. He's going for a bigger tax than before. So he needs more support than before.
Okay.
That brain up and phone mo jana jano.
Gideon Boako aye dey.
You know. We are dated 13th of April 2023. Dr. Baumia's 2.3 million jobs claim. Dr. Baumia's 2.3 million jobs claim is easily verifiable.
Where if
I'm reading from pulse.com.gh.
Okay.
Dated, it was reported by Evans Annan. 30th of April 2023 at 10:07 a.m. And a story by was say here about me as created 2.3 million jobs. Science no can a verifiable and correct uko abet me hu. E ban say no no mu no say 2.1 and ra. Mfa no nto e.
Na just what?
Nyabotre. No nto. Say nipa na wu ana o no 200 ne ko retirement.
Na ya no form.
Yanofum. Was say a verifiable thing yanofum. They be an 200 no retirement. Now, when the Ghana party and any maso, a employment as one area. Honorable Ignatius Bafwa. Thank you. Paying soon and was me. Where a brow call vets or company to me in 2021. You know, where's your reported by Ghana today? And I reported. See, government creates 3 million jobs since 2017. Employment and Labor Relations Minister. Government. Aban Ekufo Aban a free Afrim Mienu ni do so 2017. And the first 2021 not parliament nim air vetting. Now we created 3 million jobs. Amen. Actually, April 2023 and na Gideon Boako say 2.3 no.
Yeah.
What if 3 million ma say?
What do you can answer?
If we never mass now, one, that's it. Yes, I'm quite in Employment Minister Nebio.
Yeah.
Wadaruma. We are reported by Joy Online. We see a dated September 16th, 2022. And it's when you government. That is government has created 5.3 million jobs. 5.3 million jobs. As at September 2022, 16th, reported at 12:42 p.m. I joined online. 5.3 by Employment Minister, 3 million by Employment Minister, 2.3 by Gideon Boako, 2.1 by Baumia. Now the last person on the block. You were Ken Nanaya Kuntunkunku Furata. Miaminia, honestly, DNA. We had our call Parliament at the budget. The last budget or the other, you could do music. Asana make. Okay, I was okay. Myself, but for Ghana for you, answer. Not buying what Timo Ayakufo da buying. At near create a year 2.3 million jobs. But what are you? You're here in muscle. I said 3 million. What do you call 5.3? My company made the one create a juma. For me, Lotto was grada. Or also I created 2.1. I buying and I say on mindful to sign for her mind sick as I see a 2.3. Then for me and signing the Panaya boom, Gideon Boako, Baumia, Ignatius Bafwa, and a year, everyone saying, Baumia Furiata.
Yeah.
Send the Payama and Panayam boom, Obia figure different. What are you, Pacho? Ame. You go busa power from chief executive. Say nipa send edwuma power FM mutimi nganjere okura wote ase bia nyompo na chief executive mpa Kwame okati wani ti antu mutimi nipa ndu a edwuma efia.
That's right.
Na ba ne say no na ban ba akopo we nya NDC ne bibidie ne yeka bom aban kro no a na mokreti edwuma na mo de bom ho safo hin na mutimi nkyere edwuma no number no
pote
ade achen kwa kusisen anapa Kwame sisen wo kyere wia Kwame ebenze kwasin enso sisen ekyere wo say nokura bi ni baabi ekyere wo say se nipa yi ayen kontompofo ekyere wo say wo mon ka nokure it so wo po bi ahwe na nim ma wusuma nusu aba enye kontomponi yesin benifo so twa kontompo ma wasafo ayira wo da bonten wenum abonten anomba obedawo because wo twa kontompo ma se wo wasafo anayira je dance about 2024 December nkwana wiye no mo da bonten wodo ho to no so wo so beda bonten ni bi it mesra wadaroma won pa bonten da na pa dem da condition se da kwa metimu bi ntino
ya di sie no
wani hwe NDC aban so
right
non dramani Mahama government I promise you say we bring a feasible job a 24-hour economy atena brochire UK ekosu UK eya duma UK before I started practicing even as a lawyer in the UK nimpo no na me other jobs da I mean 24-hour economy ni nti na me ko adwuma wia no mienu kopum anadwo no ndu no bia be change me na ma be fie no nsia kopum du ba ko so don ko no me ko school sa be no be to no so adwuma sa system bi no so de ba amobia agenya adwuma ye you get an equal number working in several sectors na ma economy na tiya na so ama nipa so ehwa tiya den ahen ha wo gwan ni ahotoso gwan ni gidie gwan na yenyemu aresemu Bible say gidie ne de wunim na so wo mu ndaso efre ndaso nse John Dramani Mahama mu ene ne nsem mu ne fa kunumdie emram wo ene me wotena ene nchirima na mi so
I am da say
country where I come from
abusia ahaya ne de bepem Roland Bless Kwafu Junior was Kwame Busa ba omi ase wonim se sa national national service scheme no part of requirement ye de be award o certificate woni mana
who go say it
man be kan okre no media ne Kwame Minkah be chia nyame yadoma china ajiman nie power nie obesisi
silence